China just did what every Western maritime nation said was decades away. Modern, high-capacity commercial ships built entirely in China are now dominating every major ocean across the planet. Bulk carriers, container vessels, energy transport ships, and advanced ocean-going vessels are sailing global trade routes right now. And almost nobody outside industrial circles is talking about how enormous this shift truly is. This isn't a limited trial run. This isn't conceptual ship designs or distant future blueprints. These are real working vessels active in every major sea lane, carrying global goods for nations all over the world. China has held the world's top shipbuilding position for 16 consecutive years, and its market lead keeps expanding further by every quarter. It did this far sooner than every maritime expert predicted was even possible. The West spent centuries building global maritime dominance. South Korea and Japan held the premium shipbuilding crown for decades. But China didn't just build more ships. It mastered every category of ocean vessel, scaled mass production, and locked itself into the backbone of worldwide trade. All backed by official national industrial strategy, long-term infrastructure planning, and continuous manufacturing upgrades. The global marine economy is on track to restructure entirely around China's shipbuilding capacity in the coming decade. If this already surprises you, stick around because the story gets far bigger. If you enjoy global industrial shift stories like this, hit like and subscribe so you never miss upcoming content. How exactly did China overtake every old maritime power? What kinds of ships are sailing the oceans today? Let's get into it. 1. The ships that changed global sea routes. Let's start with the vessels themselves, because they are unlike the limited fleets the world once expected from China. Today, Chinese shipyards produce every single major class of commercial ocean ship used in global trade. There is almost no maritime vessel category China cannot now build at scale. Massive container ships that carry consumer goods across the Pacific and Atlantic dominate global shipping lanes. Large bulk carriers move raw materials between continents with unmatched efficiency. Advanced clean energy transport vessels are built to modern environmental standards with improved fuel efficiency and lower operational emissions. China has also broken into high-end gas carrier construction that was once exclusively controlled by South Korean shipyards. Inside every modern Chinese-built ship is streamlined industrial engineering, reliable structural design, and long service lifespan. There are no overly complicated systems, no fragile experimental components. The build quality is consistent, delivery timelines are dependable, and overall operational value beats most competing shipyards worldwide. This simplicity is fully intentional. Chinese shipbuilders do not only construct hulls, they deliver stable, practical maritime infrastructure the entire global shipping industry relies on. Every major international shipping company now turns to Chinese shipyards first for new fleet orders. Steady production, scalable capacity, and balanced pricing have made China the default choice for nations rebuilding their ocean transport. 2. The unexpected global market dominance. Now here is where most people expect the hidden limitation. Surely China only leads in cheap, basic small ships, right? Still behind rivals in high-value advanced vessel construction? Limited to low-end mass production only? No. Latest 2026 global industry data confirms China holds over 70% of all worldwide new shipbuilding orders. Its completed ship output, incoming contracts, and ongoing order backlog all rank first on Earth by massive margins. Over 66% of all active global shipbuilding backlogs belong to Chinese shipyards alone. For decades, the world assumed South Korea would forever control high-end specialized ships, while Japan retained legacy maritime manufacturing. European shipyards focused only on luxury cruise vessels with tiny global volume. All of them waited for regulatory shifts, waited for supply chain upgrades, waited for expanded industrial capacity. China skipped nearly all of that waiting period. It expanded full industrial shipbuilding ecosystems at once: construction facilities, steel supply chains, marine engineering teams, port coordination networks, and international safety certification systems. Every layer of maritime manufacturing developed simultaneously, not just individual ships. Major Western maritime organizations and legacy shipbuilding nations have watched this expansion with quiet shock. Global shipping firms no longer question where to order new vessels. The sheer volume of ongoing orders has stretched Chinese shipyard capacity years into the future. International demand continues rising faster than production can keep up. 3. National Maritime Industrial Strategy. This is not random private industry growth. This is a coordinated national economic plan that separates China's rise from every other shipbuilding competitor in history. In recent years, China officially elevated marine manufacturing and ocean trade as core national growth engines. State-backed industrial investment flows continuously into shipbuilding upgrades. Domestic port infrastructure expands alongside vessel production. Coastal industrial zones are optimized for maritime supply chains. National policy supports export expansion, long-distance ocean routes, and global shipping network integration. The low-cost, high-capacity marine ecosystem extends far beyond shipyards alone. It connects inland logistics, global trade corridors, cross-continental supply chains, and international freight networks. Every part of worldwide ocean commerce slowly ties into the vessels built in Chinese facilities. South Korea remains competitive only in narrow, high-end gas ship segments. Japanese shipbuilding market share has collapsed to historic lows, barely holding 1% of global new orders. European legacy shipyards continue shrinking with almost no global mass-market presence. The entire global shipbuilding landscape has narrowed down to overwhelming Chinese dominance. 4. Why this reshapes global trade forever. At this point, you might think, this is just more ships on the ocean, nothing more. How does this affect ordinary global trade and daily life across the world? The answer lies in the fundamental geography of worldwide supply chains. All modern human civilization runs on ocean shipping. Over 90% of global goods trade travels by sea. Food, energy, consumer products, raw materials, industrial supplies, every essential item moves across oceans on large commercial vessels. For centuries, maritime power controlled global economic power. Legacy maritime powers built their wealth on controlling shipbuilding and sea lanes. Every expansion of global trade relied on the vessels built by old industrial nations. But ground infrastructure cannot expand endlessly, while ocean space is effectively unlimited. More vessels, more efficient designs, and scalable construction directly expand the entire capacity of global trade. Faster, more reliable ships shorten supply chain delays worldwide. Stable build quality cuts long-term operational costs for every country. Expanding maritime capacity narrows global supply gaps and smooths international goods shortages. Remote coastal regions gain better trade access through reliable ocean transport never available before. This is not just manufacturing growth. It completely redefines which nations hold the invisible backbone of global economic movement. Ocean trade no longer depends on fading Western and Japanese maritime legacy. The vessels that connect the entire world are now overwhelmingly built in China. 5. Closing outlook and final thoughts. For almost all of human history, shipbuilding mastery belonged to a small handful of old empires and industrial nations. Ocean dominance was reserved for established coastal powers with centuries of legacy experience. It required complex supply chains, generational engineering knowledge, and massive, mature infrastructure. What China's modern shipyards have done is slowly turn global maritime construction into ordinary, scalable industrial production. Ships are no longer limited to exclusive legacy manufacturers. International shipping companies of every size can access reliable vessels at stable terms. Global freight networks operate on infrastructure built entirely within China. The manufacturing technology is complete. The industrial ecosystem is mature. Global market demand is permanent. National strategic backing is locked in. Mass production capacity continues expanding year by year. Other nations will slowly adapt their own shipbuilding programs, but none can close the existing gap anytime soon. China already holds tangible, real-world dominance, not concepts, not renderings, not future promises. Thousands of active ships sailing every ocean right now prove the shift is already finished. The future of global ocean trade was already decided long before most people noticed. It is not evenly distributed across old maritime powers anymore. When it comes to worldwide shipbuilding, China has already taken permanent control of the world's oceans. If this story surprised you at all, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. This quiet global maritime shift is still unfolding, and we will track every new development ahead. Now, I want to know your opinion. Do you realize how much of the world's daily goods travel on Chinese-built ships? Or did you never notice this massive global industrial shift before? Drop your answer in the comments below.